if I'm ever working with a company, it can only ever be a company that produces ethical based meat. So that limits me massively to my selection of companies I can associate.
Okay, so if I want to feed my pet your super high quality meat products, how much is it about for like 1 kilo?
Okay, so well, let's talk we're talking euros because we're all using euros. So the average raw dog food in Ireland and England costs you about maybe €4 a kilo.
Yeah.
If you want to buy ethical organic, you'll probably add about 25% of that. So you might go
Not
up.
that much.
No, not a whole lot. €5, €5.50. And that's really good quality food. At least that the animal had a better life. But there's some nutritional difference as well. So not that much more, but you can still buy. There's various different grades of quality as well. Like in the UK, they've got Red Tractor, which is pretty good. So they get the bird a tiny bit more space. Not a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but it's good quality food. They guarantee a certain quality to it. So I would be you're looking at about €4 a kilo. I would say a very active big Labrador would be eating maybe 800 grams. So your food bill might be around maybe €3 a day. But I would say don't just be living on pre-made raw dog food, because I would never trust anybody with the health of my animal. I would say that's a great base to have in the fridge and use, but you should be adding in your own bits anytime you feed. You go to the supermarket, ask them when they get their chickens in. They come in on Tuesday, you go in on Monday night for the half price chicken, and you start buying chicken thighs and legs for half price. Now your dog's eating chicken legs for 2 or 3 days. It doesn't have to be absolutely complete every meal. If
yes.
you're a big fisherman and you've got access to fish, well then you're feeding them fish heads for 4 or 5 days. Grand, the dogs. I mean, we eat pizza for 2 or 3 days and go drinking, and then we wake up 2 days later and you haven't eaten a vegetable. You haven't seen a vegetable in a month. So, we don't drop down dead. It's not ideal. I don't recommend it. But the idea that your dog has to have a perfect diet and you can't let them lick the ice cream tub, their life is far too short for that,
Yeah.
Give them some ice cream.
Yeah, so every meal of your dog doesn't have to be complete,
No.
but
No.
during, let's say, 1 calendar year.
Yeah, you're kind of looking back over the month. And same with your kids. You're looking back over the week on, have I given her any veg lately? With your dog have I given him a decent rounded meal? There's lots of websites that teach you how to do that, but ultimately it's kind of, have I given them a decent pre-made raw that's good, based on good ingredients, a good range of organ meats, and then you add in all your leftovers, scrapings, everything off your plate, bits of food yourself, and as much fresh meat as you can get off your local butcher, locally sourced, good quality meat. That's the way to do it. I don't know why people aren't adding stuff into their pre-made raw. You can't unbalance the meal any more than you can unbalance your meal. If I asked you how much calcium you had last week, you wouldn't have a clue. If I asked you what your RDA of magnesium was, you don't know, or your child, but you do your best,